Hello, traders. Hope you had a nice weekend. Didn't do anything that I wouldn't do. Trader Tom here from Simply Forex, the channel created to help you succeed at trading. Today is Monday, the 13th of May. And as usual, guys, we are going to look back at Friday's trades. And if you stay till the end of the vid, I'm also going to give you my trade ideas for today and the important news as well. So stay tuned. Let's get started. We're going to start with a trade that I took, and it was Euro Aussie dollar, and we were looking to sell this. Let me just show you the weekly quickly because the weekly is really nice chart as well. So weekly was in our favor, right? Broke down, broke out of this channel. Okay, nice big bearish candle, and we still have a bit of room to move into back down to these weekly lows. All right, so weekly chart was very nice. Now we look at the day chart, and this was also very nice. Yeah, very nice. This is a technical term in all the economic books. Downtrend, okay, so lower highs, lower lows. We also got to a point where we had a nice rejection wick plus a very bearish candle. Okay, and the idea is still to take this lower, if not potentially all the way down to here. And I still like this trade today, guys, because of this wick here, this rejection. Okay, so yeah, Euro Aussie dollar sells. So weekly and daily is my direction, guys, right? And then I drop down to the lower time frames. This was actually a H1 entry. Okay, and it was as simple as this, guys, right? H1 structure. This here is the important level. This is the last high on the H1, right? And as price comes down, it comes back up and hits our, support and resistance zone, right? And then we get a reaction, right, that closes back below this last H1 high. That was catalyst enough for me to take this trade because H1 trend was still intact and we were with H4 trend as well. All right. We've also got a nice bearish wick. If you didn't enter on that, we also had a nice bearish candle here as well. Okay, I entered here, I put my stop above here, and the idea was to come back down to these lows. All right, and that's eventually what happened, guys. All right, at this level, I've closed 80%, and I'm now letting 20% run. Okay, but I like this trade still today, so I may enter it again. All right, so I'll have 120% if you like on the trade. Okay, so this is where we're at with Euro Aussie dollar. And if you want to receive my trade ideas, guys, right, where I enter, where I put my stop loss, my first target, etc., then come join the VIP Trading Academy. And it is free right now. So check out the promo in the video description. I'll give you all of my trade signals. And this was one of those trades. So yeah, Euro Aussie dollar, successful trade, and we're still in it for 20%. I hope you took this trade. The only other trade we were looking at was this, US dollar against the Swiss franc. And if we start with the day chart, we were looking to sell this, right? So there were a few daily US dollar pairs, daily charts that we liked, right? But this one, so we liked the day chart, right? We're breaking down lower lows, potentially lower highs, right? We're breaking down. We're below the moving average 20, okay? And we got this, nice bearish candle form at what was once support is now resistance, okay? So there was lots to like, and there's room for this to potentially move all the way back down to here. So we like this, but what we liked about this one, with some of the US dollar pairs, the day chart was good, but the weekly wasn't. Whereas if we look at the weekly chart here, this is also good, right? We have these weekly highs over here, therefore resistance, right? And we had a nice bearish weekly candle form at that level. So that also gives us the, the confluence and then the confidence to take this trade lower as well. All right. The only problem with this was really, I mean, if we look at the H1, right, It was just look at this price action. Ping, 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 ping. Again, technical terms, ping, 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 all in the big economic books, right? But you know what I mean. Now, we were looking for price to retrace into this grey zone and we get a bearish reaction, right? And we got a reaction, but none of these candles in here are bearish enough. Yeah, not bearish enough. Look at the bottom wick. Not bearish enough. Look at the bottom wick. And obviously these green candles aren't bearish enough. And then it just got to a point where we actually broke H1 structure. It was above the moving average 20, broke H1 structure up here, and then I wasn't interested. Okay, I mean, there was this large bearish candle here, but like I say, we're in a H1 uptrend. And even if you started selling in here, there's no value here. All right, so US dollar Swiss franc was, difficult to get into, so we didn't, right? There was no trade on US dollar Swiss franc. So those were the trades from Friday, guys. Hope you took the Euro Aussie dollar trade. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoy receiving my trade ideas and analysis every single day, then please come join the channel. Subscribe to the channel right now, smash that notification button so you receive an alert, and also smash the like button. Dankeschön, shukran, gracias. Right, trades for Monday the 13th of May. Before we get started, guys, let me just mention a few things. If you haven't already, then please come join our trading community. We've got like-minded traders sharing knowledge, experiences, ideas. So come join our free Discord channel. You just create a username and we let you in. It's as simple as that. Also, guys, right now we are giving you free access to the VIP Trading Academy. This is where I give you all of my trade signals. This is where I've put years and years worth of, knowledge and experience into tutorials for you to learn from, and you get direct access to me. Yeah, should you need help with anything. So, guys, go check it out. It's free at the moment. Check out the promo. And finally, guys, if you would like to show your support for the channel, then you can. You can become a Simply Forex YouTube member, and there's many, many perks for doing so. One more thing, guys. Do not forget the live stream today, 8 a.m. New York EST time. We'll look at the charts. Maybe a trade will come up. We'll take your questions, guys. So please join me for that as well. All the information for all of these things are in the video description. Right, trades for today then, guys. Right, I am seeing Swiss franc strength creep into the markets. It's not full blown, smash down the doors. I am here. I'm strong. It's creeping in, this Swiss franc strength. Okay. So I just wanted to show you, these are not trade ideas, but Euro Swiss franc, right? I would say this is in a downtrend, right? We're getting lower lows. Okay. And we're seeing some sellers come in here. They're not bearish enough for this to be a trade idea, but this is looking like a potential trade here. Okay, so Swiss franc strength. And if we also look at Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, right? You can see, we're kind of in this range, right? But as we come from this part of the range, look at this wick rejecting the moving average 20. This suggests this wants to come back down lower, maybe even into here somewhere. All right, so we're seeing that Swiss franc strength. These are not trade ideas, but I'm showing you this because my first trade idea is US dollar Swiss franc. Okay, and this was a trade idea Friday, and it's still a trade idea for today because not much has changed, guys, right? And also look at let's start with the weekly chart. Yeah, we really like, we got these highs up here. Yeah, and look at the rejection candle we get at that level. Yeah, sellers have stormed the castle, right? There are sellers coming in strong here, guys. Just look at the candle. Yeah, it's not me thinking it or making it up. The candle tells you that, right? And also, just last week's has a bit of a top wick on it. Yes, sellers are pushing this down, right? And then if we look at the day chart, we've also had a breakdown in structure. Right, that's the wrong button. What am I doing? There we go. Yeah, if we look at trend, we are breaking down. This is where we're at. Yeah, we're now getting potentially lower highs here, lower lows, right? We're in a downtrend. We're below the moving average 20. Okay, what was once support has become resistance. We love this setup. And at that resistance level, if we zoom in, yeah, look at the last two candles, right? That is super bearish. And this is also very bearish. Look at that wick rejection. So this tells us we've got room to come lower. Yeah, and my targets still haven't changed, right? The blue lines are my targets. Now, if we drop down to H4, okay, let's look at the H1. It's probably a bit clearer on there. Yeah, and again, my grey zone, I haven't moved it. I've added this grey zone because we're starting to see a bit of support here, right? So I've added this grey zone. But all I want to see, guys, is price come back up into this grey zone, right? We get a bearish reaction, right? And then I will start selling US dollar Swiss franc, right? I'll probably take some profit here and then leave some profit to run. All right, so that's the first scenario to sell US dollar Swiss franc. The second one is this. If I zoom out a little bit, right, basically we get a break of these lows. Yeah, right. Price perhaps does this, right, does this, and then we get a break. Okay, I will start selling in here. Now, obviously, if we start selling in here, this first target has become a little bit obsolete because the risk to reward doesn't make sense. Yeah, if I start selling here, put my stop above here, you know, my target will be low. I'll be aiming for potentially down to this target here. All right, but both scenarios I'm looking at for selling US dollar Swiss franc. And the next trade idea, this has become a trusty old friend, Euro Aussie dollar. Right, we've been trading it for quite a few days now. Well, ever since we got this, so Thursday basically, Wednesday, actually, Wednesday. Since Wednesday, we've been trading it. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, we've been trading it ever since we got this wick rejection. And we've been in and out making profit on this pair. But Euro Aussie dollar, you know what I'm going to tell you. We've been looking at this chart a lot. So day chart, we're clearly in a downtrend. Yeah, you don't need to be Warren Buffett to know that. Yeah, lower highs, lower lows. That is the definition of a downtrend, right? We're clearly below the moving average 20. Also, there's more to like, right? We've got this area of resistance, and just look at this wick, look at this candle, and look at this rejection wick here. It's all telling me sellers are still pushing this lower, right? So we like the candles as well. And we've got room to move into, back down to these lows, if not all the way back down to those weekly lows. Okay, let me just show you those weekly lows quickly. If we look at the weekly chart, yeah, you can see the weekly charts coming down nicely. And these are those weekly lows. Okay. So as you know, guys, daily, weekly, give me my direction. I'm now going to look on the lower time frames to find my entry. And let's look at the H1. But let's go back to the H4 because I just want to show you that, you know, H4 is in a downtrend. Okay, but, you know, it's become a little bit range bound, but it is in a downtrend. We're getting lower highs. Okay, as long as these highs don't break, I'm still interested in selling. Okay, now if we drop down to the H1, yeah, I've put in a new grey zone here because I wanted to highlight these H1 highs. Okay, I could have made this grey zone one big grey zone, right? I could have done, but I just wanted to show you why I'm highlighting this grey zone in particular because of these H1 highs. Now, you know, like I said, we sort of, you know, alluded to the fact, nice word, that we're range bound. So really, you know, what we want to see is a retrace up into here. We get a bearish reaction. We can then start selling. Okay, this would be my first target back down to these lows. I'll take some profit, leave some profit to run. Okay, so that's the first scenario. The second scenario is, say, let's price just comes down and then breaks this level, breaks these lows. Yeah, I'm also interested in selling this pair. Okay, start selling here. Maybe, you know, the market has shown you a new lower high. You can hide behind with your stop loss, and then we'll take price lower. Okay, remember we've got our weekly target as well, so we could leave some money to run on this trade. All right, guys. So yeah, those are my two trade ideas for today. Let's take a look at the news now. So news for Monday, the 13th of May. Before I get started, guys, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And please come join me for the live stream today, 8 a.m. New York EST time. Get all your questions ready. Right, news for today then, guys. So, it's a light news day. There's a couple of things I would keep an eye on. So at 8 o'clock, coming out of Switzerland, we got the SECO consumer climate. Okay, so I'd keep an eye out on this. This could move the Swiss franc. These Eurogroup meetings are ongoing. These EU economic forecasts, something could come out of that starts moving the euro. So I need to be aware of that. And also at 1:30, these are all London GMT building permits coming out of Canada. But other than that, guys, yeah, no real news to speak of. All right, so guys, hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share, and I'll see you later for the live stream.